Getting warmed up for the latest edition of Snowman Unfiltered. Stand by. What's up, Sick Biggie? Welcome, welcome. Just getting everybody warmed up. Got a little Card Sharks going. Gonna play a couple more theme songs and off to the races we go. Leave a like or drop a like on your way in. Sit back, relax, and strap it down. If you're feeling generous, hit the Cash App for me and my family. Appreciate you guys. I don't think I ever played this one over the air. This is Break the Bank from 1976. Sounded good, so the hell with it. So after this one and maybe one more, time to dive in. And again, thanks for the folks that are coming. And thank you to Sick Biggie for dropping the first comment of the evening. There are going to be some more, especially with the subject I have in mind. Let me cue up Vega. Give me a few minutes. All right, everybody. Let's do this.
What you're about to hear are stories told from each individual, where nothing is off limits. Anything goes. This is Snowman Unfiltered.
Certainly is Snowman Unfiltered. It's episode 3 thereof. A Pizzle's with us, hanging out, and he has a fantasy football draft going on in less than an hour. And I'm hoping to see Dr. Charles Faulkner as well, and a few others, because I had a chance to hang out on his live stream. And I know him. He's going to send some people over here. Yes, props to Cole Sports Indeed for the intro. He knew exactly what I was going for. And he did an audio version of, he did an audio intro when I first started Snowman Unfiltered. Let me pose a question, gentlemen. As we got Vega going here, and I'm going to restart it. But let me pose a question. And I'll start with this. Is it wrong for one man to tell another, I love you? Is it wrong to look into a man's eyes and say, brother, I appreciate you? Is it wrong to look in a man's eyes who has had an influence on you and say, you mean the world to me? Is there something wrong with that? I don't think so. I mean, hell, Emmitt Smith said those exact words to his fullback for many years, Darryl Johnston, in his Hall of Fame speech. I tell my son I love you all the time. I tell the brothers in the chat I love you. I say it every day before I sign off the air. I say it to my father-in-law. I look him in the eyes and tell him I love you. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with a man being happy? That's my other question, and that's another subject I'll touch later on. But you see, because of the disrespect men have been shown over the years, to me, it just has become second nature for men to disrespect themselves to each other and among each other. And we got to change that. When you tell someone I love you, that's something powerful. When you tell a man I love you, you give him confidence. You tell him, hey, I actually matter. You're making him think, hey, I actually matter to somebody. You know what? You're right, Sick. Among the older generation, it may have been expressed differently. It wasn't said, but it was shown. Yeah, you got that right. But now's the time for men to use the words also, as well as actions. And one of the reasons I believe that men can't tell each other I love you, and it's like Six said, it's shown more with actions than words. But the words don't hurt. The words do not hurt. Every time I talk to Charles or any other gentleman that's been an influence to me, I tell him at the end of the call, I tell him I love him. Because I do. Told my dad that all the time, God rest his soul. God rest his wonderful, wonderful soul. I wouldn't have it any other way. I tell him I love him every night before I went to bed, and I definitely told him I loved him before he passed away. I tell Cole Johnson every damn day that I talk to him, on or off the air. And not just because of the kick-ass intros that he does or the segments he puts together for the show. I truly love him because he's been nothing but a friend to me. No judgment, no nothing. I told Tiny that too, Sick. I told him I love him. Every damn time I saw him. My uncles, my cousins, give him a big hug and tell him I love him all the time. And you know something that came into the vernacular, I want to say in the 90s, that pissed me off? The words, no homo. When a man says to another, I love you, no homo. What the hell does that mean? Do you love him or not? Because he's a friend? Because he's been there for you? Because he's allowed you to be there for him? What's the problem with just saying I love you to him and leaving it at that? Did I miss a memo? Did I miss something? I don't think I did. I don't think I missed any memos about telling a man how you feel, especially a man of authority, especially a man who has been an influence to you and for you. I mean, I had Rod Peterson on this morning, and that was the last thing I said. That was one of the last things I said to him before he signed off and went to do his show. Know what the greatest thing is? He said it back to me. Spirits are uplifted with those words, especially among men. Now, you can take that however you want, but if you have a man that's in your life that has been there for you, continues to be there for you, you know, gives you some poignant advice, continues to steer you in the right direction, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with telling a man you love him because of all that and a few other things? One of my best buds, Victor Locke, and I hope to see him this evening. Tell him that all the time. Why am I naming off men? Because they're men. Because they're men that have had influence on me. There are men that have been in my life either for a short amount of time or an extended period of time. And they mean something to me, quite frankly. Which leads me to this point. You know why black men are afraid to say it to each other out loud? Perception. Perception's a motherfucker. You know, once upon a time when I was homeless, I had a black man come up to me when I was in the midst of despair 4 years ago. He put his arm around me and said, look, I may be a stranger, but I love you. And I want to see you succeed. I want to see you get better. You know what that does? I mean, even if the spirit doesn't last for a while and you have to get it again from someone else, it gets you going. It gets you started. It gets you started. It means something. It means a lot. It means that there's a man in your life that actually gives 2/5 of a damn about you. It's one of the final things I say to Chris Bates every time he signs off every Friday. And this is, of course, after we've laughed our asses off for about a half hour to 45 minutes. Muhammad Ali telling Billy Crystal, exactly, sick. You my brother. And we got to start acting like brothers. We got to start being brothers. Show some love to the channel, whichever channel you're tuning in on. Hopefully it's the main one, Snowman in the Morning, by dropping a like. And if you're feeling generous, you can drop us a Cash App. You see the Cash App at the bottom of your screen. But if you need the tag is $ Tallman Dr. K50. There's nothing wrong with telling someone you're their brother. Nothing wrong at all. There is not a damn thing wrong with telling a man that you love him. Just to lift his spirits up for part of the day or most of the day. When a man is told that he is loved, that he is appreciated, that he is celebrated, you know what kind of energy that gives him? Know what kind of energy that permeates through that man? You don't know what's going on with him. He could be on his last mental legs. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, burnt the sumbitch when I got done with it. And there are days I have to burn it again. But one of the first things I always want to spread among men is encouragement. Even with the smallest things, like telling them, I love you and I appreciate you. Telling them that you love them and appreciate them. Even if it's just for something small, like just speaking to him. Just being there with him, for him. Victor Locke in the house with us. I'm tuned in on YouTube, brother, and I love you as well. Sadly, people look at the word love in only the romantic sense, so they get side eyes for that. Yeah, it's the truth. Especially when men say it to each other. And that's part of the reason it's not said among men anymore. I'll pose the question again. What's wrong with saying I love you to a brother? Just an appreciation for who he is. Give me a little cigar here. What's wrong with saying I love you to someone? Just an appreciation for who he is, like Producer Clark. Every time I had Producer Clark on, met him a couple years ago when I appeared on Rod Peterson's show. He and I have been buddies since. I love you, Producer Clark, Victor Locke, Sick Diggy, A Pizzle. I'm not going to stop saying it. I will not stop saying it. Clark, back at you, my man. See, just that. Just that will keep a man going. It really will. I've been told earlier today that my fight against cancer is an inspiration because I posted a comment in a play-by-play group I'm in on Facebook that says part of my healing is me doing play-by-play. And Rob Hip, who was recently appointed the voice of the North Dakota State Bison, who I'm going to religiously listen to, he said, "Love you, brother." He said, "Got it, Snow." He said, "Get it, Snowman. Love you, brother." Nothing wrong with that. Minister Darrell said, "Keep fighting. The rhythm of doing play-by-play is your own poetry." And it's definitely a part of my poetry. It's definitely a part of mine. Just for you, how about how Lance Lynn has been pitching lately? Been waiting to see that Lance Lynn. But I'll go back to a comment that Victor said earlier. Sadly, people look at the word love in only the romantic sense, so they get side eyes for that. When you get rid of that, when you get rid of those blinders, you know what world that opens up for you? You know what world that opens up for you? And I'll say it again, and I said it earlier. How do you know a man's not on his last mental legs? That he could be walking toward a cliff and not wanting to come back. Why do I bring that up? Been there several hundred times. It's something. I'll liken this to a cartoon I often watch. You know how Popeye eats his spinach and he gets a burst of energy? Telling a man, having a man hear, "Hey, I love you and appreciate you," from another man with a brotherly hug. That's like eating a can of spinach and getting strength when you need it. I don't care what anybody says. Every man needs that from time to time. Every man needs that from time to time. It just takes courage to let it out. It just takes courage to get it there. It takes a hell of a lot of courage, especially in this PC 21st century world, to be bold enough to say it. Lewis Conyer, Sarge in the house. Shout out to him. But yeah, men, we got to have courage to say, "Hey, I love you, brother," to each other. Don't worry about the side eye. Don't worry about the whispering in the comments. Don't worry about none of that. Because what you do when you say those words to a man, and I'll keep saying it, and I mean it every time I say it. How do you know he's not on his last legs, physically or mentally? And that he could be walking toward a cliff he won't turn back. He won't be able to turn back from, because in his mind, he thinks no one cares. Been on top of that mountain, nearly walked off the bitch. I nearly took that last step. But just having those words said to you could turn you around in a heartbeat. Know what else turns you around in a heartbeat? Meeting the right person. I've shared this story and I will continue to share it. 4 years ago, in July, I met the woman who would become my wife. And I often get tears in my eyes, happy tears, when I talk about her. I tell her all the time, "Jody, you saved my life." And men, we can do that for each other as well as a romantic interest doing it for you. If she means it, then nothing else fucking matters. Not race, not color, not creed. Nothing else matters. When a woman looks you in the eye and tells you, baby, I love you, I'm with you, let's rock the world. Or in the case of Jody saying to me, it's us against the world. You know what's sick? There's a song that Brian McKnight did called Back at One. And the verse that I hear in my head all the time, especially when Jody's at work and I'm here in my home office, say goodbye to the dark at night. I see the coming of the sun. I feel like a little child whose life has just begun. You came and breathed new life into this lonely heart of mine. You threw out the lifeline just in the nick of time. Let me say that last part again. You threw out the lifeline just in the nick of time. You know how many men can do that for each other just with some encouragement? You know how many men can be rescued with that little piece of encouragement? A kind word can be a lifeline. A kind word from one man to another can be one hell of a lifeline. Got to be honest with you, there were some times people would tell me that, and I'm thinking, what's wrong with them? And then I had to think further, what's wrong with me for not helping him? You want to deliver a tiger uppercut to society? Tell a man that you appreciate him just for being a man and being on the other side of the grass, and not for falling to anything that brings you short of your dreams. I want to encourage all the men here in the chat, the men that have tuned in and supported my show. Man, just help and encourage each other. Just help and encourage each other. Tell a man you love him just because. If he's been a big influence in your life, you got no reason not to tell him you love him and appreciate him. Not one. Tell the loved ones in your life that you do love them. I tell my wife and my children that every day and every chance I get throughout the day. It's like I said on Charles's live stream earlier tonight. You know the song that Jody walked down the aisle to me to? You're My Best Friend by Queen. Because she is my best friend. Because she is my best friend. I honestly can say I wouldn't be where I am without her. The last 4 years, I would not be who I am and where I am without her being such a guiding force in my life. And that is the truth. That's the truth. How many men today can say that with conviction? How many men in relationships can say that the woman I am with, the woman I'm married to, is my strength? Producer Clark, a good sign of a strong man is a stronger woman at his side. You're not lying about that. I can tell you 3 of them in my life right now. My wife, Jody, my daughter, Sonia, my daughter, Cheyenne. Give you 3 of them right there. Anybody by your side means a lot. I'm on the verge of tears, so forgive me, but I always am when I speak about Jody. Because everything I've said about her and will continue to say about her until I'm called home is the truth. Battled depression for many, many years. And she recognized it. And one of the things she made me do was get in for counseling. She said, I will marry you with the condition you get in to see a therapist. I did. Because I wasn't losing Jody. And she's right. She was dead on right. When you have that one, gentlemen, when you have that one woman by your side, that ride or die, as the popular vernacular goes, that is there with you, that is there for you, no matter what, there's strength right there. For those of you who have seen pictures of me and my wife together, I can't tell you how many times we've gotten the side eye. More to the point, how many times we still get the side eye. Take it easy, Clark. I love you. And Sick Diggy says she was in lockstep with you. Yep. Has been since day one. Has been since July of 2018. Thank you, Clark. Thank you, Producer Clark. The stupidest thing I've been told, the absolute stupidest thing I've been told, and unfortunately was told to me by members of my family, that I needed to marry a black woman just because she's black. I ask you gentlemen in the chat, what is wrong with that picture? What is wrong with what is wrong with that sentence? Been told often in my adult life, go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Believe me, I was married to a black woman and I felt more tolerated than anything else. I didn't feel appreciated. Let me say that word again. Let me say that key word again. Or I'll repeat the entire sentence. And A Pizzle, I appreciate you. I was not appreciated. And Lewis, bingo. Or as I say during my basketball broadcast, score it in a foul. We went to a place called Cookout down in North Carolina one afternoon for lunch. going through the drive-thru before she had to go back to work. And Jody caught on to the voice that was taking our order. And she looked at me and she said, "Get your wallet out and your card ready." I'm oblivious. I'm like, "What?" She said, "Trust me." Pulled up to the window, had my card ready, and got one hell of a rock's eyebrow side eye from the woman in the window. And when she walked away to process the order and bring us our food, I looked at Jody and I said, "Say no more." I said, say no more. How truthful is this? Society is now teaching people that men are not needed. Women can do anything and everything by themselves. Well, when the woman finds the right man, she'll need him. Moral support, mental support. Nothing wrong with that. I've had Jody tell me several hundred times, "Don't check out on me. I need you here." Let me say that again. She's told me several hundred times, "I need you here." And yeah, I've had a fight and a half against cancer. And Trisha, good evening to you. Yeah, I've had a fight and a half against cancer, but she's been there every step of the way. Often giving me counsel on what to do. Very often giving me counsel on what to do. And this is the truth. Contents of characters are still obsolete when it comes to race. That's the truth. It's tough to love and be loved when you've been unloved for the longest time. Let me borrow Charles Faulkner. Somebody write that down and put it in the chat for me. It is tough to love and be loved when you have been unloved for the longest time. Not dare anyone to challenge me on that. Man, it's the toughest thing. Thank you, Aunt Tricia. It is tough to love and be loved when you have not been loved for the longest time. And the men in our society, take color out of the equation. The true men haven't been loved for the longest time. Black men have not been loved or appreciated for the longest time. You know why a lot of black men deal with depression? That's one reason right there. They're forced to be robots when they grow up. All you have to do is go to work and provide for the house. Go to work and provide for the house. You're not allowed to have any feelings. You're not allowed to have any emotions. You're not allowed to have anything. And a lot of men think, really? A lot of men think, wait a minute. What's wrong with this picture? And it's good to see some men finally waking up to that. I had to wake up to that. As I've told my wife several hundred times over, when it came, and I'm going to use a phrase that I've used often in silence, but I'm going to use it aloud. When it came to the so-called black community, I had two choices: get out or get the hell out. I chose option C. I got the fuck out. Because as men, we just get tired. I'm going to say that again. And Victor, you've heard me say this from the years we've lived together in Gary, Indiana, and from the 22 years you and I have been buddies. Sometimes you just get fucking tired. You just get tired. And what does a man do when he becomes tired? When he becomes physically and mentally tired and emotionally tired, he crashes. He crashes and burns. And thank you, Aunt Tricia, for this. I've been told so many times over, you need to get back to the Black community. Why? Are they going to appreciate my contribution? You know, the lack of love and support for Black entrepreneurs is one of the things that's ruined the Black community. It has blown it to smithereens. Why? Lack of support. And ain't this the truth? Most men, especially Black men, are only necessary when someone else gets something out of it. It was give back is what I said, Aunt Tricia. When I told my mother that I'm going to be a billionaire, no, let me relate two stories on that front. 2013, was living with my mom, and the Bulls and the Nets were playing Game 7 of their playoff series. And I was talking to Mom about it. And Mom says, I wish I knew someone that would. Does Jay-Z own the Nets? I said, yeah, he's a part owner. And she says, I wish I knew someone that would make money, that knew how to make money. Her exact quote to me was, I wish I knew someone that knew how to make money. I said, Mom, you're looking at him. You know, my mother laughed, walked off, and closed the basement door. She laughed in my face, closed the basement door, and walked away. If that don't destroy a Black man's confidence, an adult Black man's confidence, to have your own mother laugh in your face when you spit a dream out loud, because apparently, according to her, my dreams died when I became an adult, which is bullshit. A couple of days later, she says, and when you make this money, are you going to give back to the Black community? I looked at her and I said, no. And she was frozen with that answer. And she says, well, why not? And I said, Mom, for the simplest of reasons, they won't appreciate it. For the simplest of reasons, they will not appreciate it as a whole, and they will look to destroy it, any contribution. If I were to build a a multimedia station on the south side of Chicago, I would have to get hellified insurance for it. And I'm not being hyperbolic. I am stating fact from a former South Sider. I've seen businesses go up on the South Side And within a month time, I have seen them torn to shreds. I've seen them torn to shreds. I have seen them destroyed. And you wonder why most of the hoods in the big cities are in the condition that they're in. Because the wrong people are there. The people that want to build have been forced out because when they tried to build, it got destroyed. As I said, I have seen it. I've lived in my share of big cities: Minneapolis, Indianapolis, Chicago. Hell, for a while, Columbus, Ohio. And Victor Locke just said it best: your dreams don't die until you give up on them. And if you give up on them, and if you put it down, and this is something my dad taught me, if you put that dream down, someone will pick it up, run with it, and leave you with a ton of regrets. During the riots or protests, how many black-owned, black-operated businesses have gone up or down, in many cases in flames? Too damn many. And I just decided I'm not going to be one of them. I just decided, you know what? I'm going to give to a community that will appreciate my efforts. And then how many times when you move away from the community you grew up in, that your mom, my mom, you don't visit your mother often enough. Gee, I wonder why. Gee, why don't you understand that I'm trying to build my own? One minute you're telling me I need to save up to get my own place and my own set of wheels so I can stop using yours. And then the next minute, when I do get some money coming in, I'm just to hand it to you on a silver platter? No. Can't and won't do it. What you're hearing now is the many times as an adult that my mother has broken me down. And I'm not afraid to share my stories anymore. One year, night after Christmas, my friend Danny comes over, tells his new girlfriend, look, this is Brian, and he's a radio announcer. Know what my mom's retort was? Oh, please, he's nothing but a wannabe. I'm gonna let that sink in. I want y'all to hear that again. My friend Danny comes over. I want to say this is 2012. Day after Christmas. Brags to his new girlfriend saying, hey, this is Brian. He's a radio announcer. And my mom's retort, oh, please, he's nothing but a wannabe. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Her retort was, and I'll say it again, oh, please, he's nothing but a wannabe. And at the time, I was 18 years in the business. 18 years. But because I wasn't bringing in seven figures, But because I wasn't building anything around us, but because I was struggling, 18 years means nothing. 18 years of blood, sweat, and tears, lost games, lost assignments because I couldn't get to them. And she said that to me. He's nothing but a wannabe. And God rest my mother's soul, but does a wannabe give up on what he wants to do? Does a wannabe give up on what he wants? I think not. Thank you, Aunt Tricia. It's taken 45 or 50 years to get here. I absolutely love what I do. Is it a struggle some days? Yep. Do I want to quit some days? Yep. Am I going to? Fuck no. Anybody want to hop on? The link's now in the chat. And Trisha says, but you're here and that's what matters. Yep, it is what matters. If you're going to come up and chat, please use audio only. It's my only request. And if you're feeling generous, hit the Cash App. The tag you need is $ Tallman Dr. K50. And then I told this story when wife and I were driving up from North Carolina after I got news that my mother died. Called my sister and asked, where are we meeting? You know what my sister's retort to me was? What are we meeting for? What? What's up, Sick?
I'm good. I've been down a similar road like this, and I know where this leads to. I know it's kind of therapeutic, as one man would say. Sometimes you gotta leave the past, let the past be the past, and just move forward. Put it behind you and forget it.
Getting all this out is helping me move forward. Believe me, getting all this out, because I've held a lot of it for years.
And sometimes you want to go about it like Johnny Witherspoon. It's like, no matter how crappy the day you have it, things look a whole lot better if you take a good long crap.
Yep.
Of course, you end up feeling 5 pounds lighter.
Or sometimes 10 pounds lighter, but hey.
Oh, hell. I felt like I was like 300 pounds lighter than Lizzo after we're taking one dump.
Oh,
so I gotta give shouts out to Ari Spears. He getting a lot of flack, but he had to spit. Somebody had to say it. He called it. He said what everybody wanted to say. He said what everybody was thinking. You gonna make him a fool? He'll admit it. He'll tell you himself. I'm a mess when you look at. He said when I'm with my clothes off, I'm a mess myself. I mean, I look like Dolomite.
Bitch, are you?
Rudy Ray Moore did not look good, in shirtless, as you notice. From that clip we always use. Bitch, are you for real? But again, back then they didn't really work out like that. Remember, they didn't really work out like they used to back
then. But yeah, this is something, and it's going to be a lot. I'll say it again. There's going to be a lot more of these.
No surprise. Anyway, to answer the original question, Why can't men say they love each other? Because in the past, it was not considered manly to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't really say it like that. That's why they had to say, "That's my brother," or "That's my best friend." This is somebody who I die for. I mean, like, take the war veterans, guys who went to war together and shit.
Yep. And Trisha, if you're still
Or
around, I'd love to have you up on the panel also. And Victor is here with us. What's up, Victor? No, he was here.
Is he muted up?
No, I don't think so. Hey, McCoffee, get up here.
Oh, I got a bone to pick with Ryan and with Clark. We had to go watch the dog.
but yeah.
I am mad. How dare they look that damn good with those beards? And this is coming from a guy who can't even grow a beard. I got to shave everything off.
Listen,
I'm patchy as they come.
I have mustache and goatee, and that's good enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's good enough.
Well, I'm glad I don't need a mustache. That's a good thing for me.
And Trisha says, "Let me."
I mean, certain dudes can't.
I appreciate it. Ann's gonna come up and join us.
Yeah, Trisha. All right, Miss Bray, or is it Mrs. Bray?
Victor, you with us?
How about he steps out and comes back in? Maybe that.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop him down. Let's see if he comes back up.
But yeah, I mean, nowadays it's not even seen as fashionable to say "I love you" because
no, it's not. It's not.
It's seen as homoerotic. It's seen as homoerotic or some shit like that. I'm like, even gay guys don't tell they love each other,
right?
Because this is why you notice among black men, because black men are so insecure about their masculinity and sexuality that they always have to say no homo when they say they love you, man. Anything they do, because they're afraid it's gonna come off as gay. I'm like, somebody once did that to me. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I know you're not gay. That's why I'm not uncomfortable when you say that to me.
Let me see if Victor.
What made you think I thought that you were?
Victor, you here with us? Doggone it.
It's not us, it's him. I think he's something wrong on his end.
He muted himself. All right, let me.
Victor, check your settings. Check your audio settings.
Oh, we got you now.
Oh, okay, now.
Okay.
We got you now.
Yeah, I can't use my headset.
That's it. You were using the headset.
I'm using my headset, but sometimes I'm on my tablet. My phone, I don't know, something wonky about it.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, we can. All right, perfect. Yeah, we can.
Victor, how many times have you and I discussed this subject in private?
I'm checking my settings.
Okay, just checking the settings.
All right.
This is one of the reasons I'm glad I revived Snowman Unfiltered. I know I'm gonna have guests very soon.
Yeah.
But conversations like this is why I revived Snowman Unfiltered.
Mm-hmm.
Too many to count.
Too many to count.
Stop.
Neymar, you talk to Victor. I'll be right back. Stand by, y'all.
All right.
Okay.
All right, B-Lock, what is good? Victor?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One question. The 83 in your name, is that a reference to your year of your birth?
83, yes.
Oh, okay. I mean, you're older. I'm an 82 baby. In fact, I just turned 40 today.
You guys still hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
As I said, I'm an 82 baby. I just turned 40 today.
Dang.
So, oh no, I'm in ODB status right now. So I'm doing good, you know. Do.
Hey, every day above ground is better than one below it.
I mean, you know, I'm a
I know
dirty
it's
perv
always
right
feeling
now.
like but
No, I mean, I've been through like about. I was going through a bout of depression recently. You know, seasonal depression being what it is.
Yeah.
So I know it's weird because I'm up here in Scandinavia. Most people experience seasonal depression in the winter. Me, it's the exact opposite.
Right.
It's in the summer.
Oh.
I guess it has something to do with the fact that I get sick of. I don't like being around a lot of people in the summer.
That's fair.
Wintertime, I'm in my element.
When we did Linwood, we couldn't help but be around a lot of people.
Yeah. I was listening to what you were saying, Brian, about Daniel introducing you and what your mom said.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately my mind went to Steve Harvey when he did his last stand-up.
Yeah.
He told a story about when he was in school, they asked him, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Mm-hmm.
His response, I want to be on TV. His mom got mad at him. Before his teacher got mad at him.
Oh, boy.
He thought he was joking.
Mm-hmm.
Then his teacher got mad at him. But his mom got mad at him. And it was his dad that said, well, what's wrong with that? If he want to be, he can be whatever he want to be. As long as he's not being anything wrong, he can do whatever he want. His mom said, no, he can't be whatever he wants. He got to be what other people want him to be.
That's
right there. Repeat it again.
Say that again, Victor.
He can't be what he wants to be. He has to be what everyone wants him to be. So you know what his dad did? He said, I want you to take 2 pieces of paper. Take the one and say, I want to be a policeman or a doctor or whatever it is, and you give it to the teacher at school. The paper that says, I want to be on TV, you put in your dresser drawer. And every day you take that paper out, you read that to yourself in the mirror once a day.
Yep. 27.
Thank God he has his mustache because he looked like money. He looked money with it.
Yeah.
27 years I've been doing this.
Say that, but actually, I'm not sorry for saying it. It's just I had to say it. It had to be said. Yeah. Like Chris Rock. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah,
it had to be said.
27 years as a sports talk host and as a play-by-play announcer, and I ain't giving up yet. And we got the lovely Aunt Trisha Bray in the house with us. What's up, girl?
Hello.
Hello.
So I have to ask, and I'm going to go ahead and pose the question. Why is it that especially today that the modern black woman, not saying you are, just posing a general question, want to destroy a black man's dreams? Why do you think
she only knows what she knows?
I can dig that. See, and that's why I related the story of what my mom said. That's why I related the story a couple times of what my mom said. Oh, please, he's nothing but a wannabe. And I know how to make money. And she laughs in my face, slams the door, and walks away. Know what that does to a guy?
It makes him stop trying.
Thank you, Victor. It makes him stop completely. And that night, along with many, many other nights, I got to be honest with y'all, I nearly quit. Were it not for my dad's encouragement saying you can be whatever you want to be, don't let anyone, including your mother or myself, stop you. And then he slipped me a brick of audio tape so I can tape every Bulls game I can lay my ears on. and listen to the late great Jim Durham do his thing with Johnny Kerr. And then in 2013, I had the pleasure of meeting one of my other idols in Wayne Larrabee, the longtime voice of the Bears, now the longtime voice of the Packers.
Yep. My uncle gave me some really sound advice when I was younger. He said, every day you get a chance, look in the mirror. You tell yourself in the mirror, it's not over until I win.
It's not.
Period.
It's not over until I win. It's not over until I'll borrow Stone Cold Steve Austin. It ain't over until I say it's over, and it's far from over.
Yep.
It's far from over. And Trisha, I got to shout you out. You've been doing some great stuff, and I love watching your show and catching it when I can. And thank you for coming up on this panel. I really, really appreciate it. Just want to show some love and just tell you I appreciate you coming up.
No doubt. I appreciate the invitation. It's good to hear a man's perspective of things that most women go without even considering. So I've enjoyed just sitting in the background, listening in and getting another perspective of the things that we all deal with. We just deal with it in our own different ways.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, I came to a fork in the road in life where I had two choices: get out or get the hell out. And I can hear my dad's voice in my head. Be yourself. So, against the popular choice, I got the hell out. No, let me change my words. I chose option C on the test. I got the fuck out. I followed my dream, no matter who or what was trying to hold me back. And in a couple of years, I'm going to celebrate 3 strong decades as a sportscaster.
No doubt, Snowman. I mean, that's what makes us all great. And that's what anybody who reaches any level of success, it didn't come easy. We see the end product of it all. We don't see the process it takes to get to where we are. So I commend you in standing in all that and having your voice. I believe it's going to help so many others, because when we come up against obstacles, it's not that it's telling us that we can or that it's a stop sign. It's that it builds and develops us at that point. So we have the muscle to stand against anything once we make it. So continue to stand in your power and have your voice, let your voice be heard, and help others move past what they consider was a stop sign or discouragement, and allow them to heal and have a voice through you. So to each of you guys. Yeah.
And that's what I want to do with Snowman Unfiltered. I want to bring the unfiltered conversations to life that are not supposed to be had because we live in such a PC world in the 21st century. The hell with that. My favorite comedian of all time is George Carlin. He wasn't PC, and nor am I going to be. You've checked out the morning show with us. We don't care.
Most of us don't.
Right. Thank you.
Play the what you call that intro.
The intro to the morning show?
No, no one cares.
Oh, that one. Let me. I got to go to another board here. Let me find it. And this is how we feel about Trish about a lot of things. You've seen it, but here it is on the Unfiltered. That's our attitude whenever we every day that we go on the air.
Have you seen my show? Yeah. It's a wrap.
Oh yeah. That's
okay.
I love it.
My rendition of that is I don't give a fuck. So
oh, she went Lil Jon, didn't she?
Oh, beautiful. That's all I gotta say. Beautiful. I love it. See, this is why I love doing this, and I'm gonna make this a nightly habit for however long I can be on and have the folks on with me. And Victor told me off the air that I think it was last week when he had to be in the office.
Yeah.
I was saving that my show was saving his life because it gave him something to laugh at every morning and dealing with some of the people he had to deal with.
Yeah.
This is why when I discovered Rod Peterson's show, almost 3 years ago, unbelievable. When I discovered Rod Peterson's show purely by accident, and I knew I had to have him on, those are the kind of relationships that I cultivate. Those are the kind of relationships I build, not because I have to, but because I want to. And something great is going to come out of it. What did Kobe Bryant say? I don't chase, I attract. The right things will come to me. The absolute right things will come to me. That's why as many times I gave up on my brand and on my show, I could just hear my dad's voice. I can hear my granddad's voice. And lately, I can hear my wife's voice. Don't you do it. Don't you give up on this. And how many times, Victor, have we been ridiculed for the way that we speak?
You realize that? How many times?
There's an infinite number that answers that question, because one of my favorite PA announcers is the great Gene Honda.
Yeah.
PA voice for the Chicago White Sox. And I've been told by black women so many times, you need to quit speaking like you're white. I'm just speaking correctly. What's the problem?
Hey, I got the same thing. I got that at Linwood.
I was going to say, what that mean?
Thank you.
One of my new favorite sportscasters is one of the lead correspondents for the Chicago Bears, and Lawrence Holmes.
Lawrence Holmes, yep.
And he asked the same question because he got approached to him numerous times.
Oh, yeah. I've read articles on that. You've shown them to me. But speaking white, what is that?
And you ask the question, what does that mean?
I'll give you one better. I had a game to do at Harlan High School in Chicago. So I'm warming up. I'm getting the music ready. I'm ready for the introductions. And I've had at halftime, I went to checking at the office, and I had a kid come up to me and say to me, "You're not a good announcer." "Why not?" "You're not making it fun." Well, it seems like the full house I have in front of me seems like they're having fun and they're loving my calls. What's your issue? His retort was this, and I quote, "You need to bring it back to the hood." Close quote.
I don't do hood.
White or black?
I can't do hood.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't do it.
Trish, I wish I would. Victor can vouch because he's been on assignments with me where that has been said to me.
Oh, man.
I mean,
that and worse.
I looked at this little motherfucker and I said, look, when you get a microphone in your hand, you speak the way you want to speak. But given the fact that they're paying me $200 for 4 quarters, it's a lot more than you'll ever bring in a single day working 8 hours. Now get out my face.
I had this happen, and Brian can vouch for it because it was in Linwood.
Yes.
I was doing a call for the public address, and I'm pretty sure this man was probably on his 3rd beer of the afternoon, not even the evening, of the afternoon.
Yes. It
was 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, it's 5. It was.
And
it was at the time? All right.
I'm going to the call, and he just walks and says, "Why you be talking white?"
Oh Lord. I think
And
that
I
was the
said,
same dude
"Excuse
that
me?"
approached. I think the same dude that approached me that same day.
I'm pretty sure he was. Probably on his 9th beer of the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
But he said, "You heard me. You ain't white. Why you talk like you white?" And they had to
Wait, you
ask,
mean you're not
"Am I?"
white? This is a scandal. You mean you're not? Oh wait, does that mean I got kids with swimming lessons? Wait, I'm not white. I felt like it. Oh, you tell that. You remember Richard Pryor in
Yes.
See No Evil?
Yes,
And
Lord.
then on the bus, it's like when like his sister was trying to say him pretending he could see was like trying to pass for white, and then he just goes off and says, "You mean I'm not white? Oh, I'm not white." Feels like he touches his face. He touches his afro. Ah, goodness gracious! Why did you tell me? Did Dad know?
Y'all have seen pictures of my beautiful Jody. Do you know how many times Jody makes that joke with me, and we just laugh our asses off the entire night? And she'll just a lot of people will read this as offensive. We used to work at Amazon in Durham, North Carolina. When they would see Jody and I like mess around with each other and joke around with each other, they would look at us like she was being totally serious. Cause she'll say stuff to me like, "Mister, get back to your line." And I drop my head and walk away, and I'm laughing at the same time. I'm laughing my head off. People
this 5'3" little thing is trying to tell a 6'5" black man what to do. Of course, it's ridiculous.
You got it.
She's a 5'3" white woman is telling a 6'5" black man what to do. It looks completely absurd.
It does look.
It's
absurd.
Ridiculous.
And you know the best thing,
and she just
best thing we did was take full advantage of it. We took full advantage of their attitude down in Durham, North Carolina. We took full advantage of it because every day we would do something goofy with each other if we're like on opposite lines or on the same line.
You guys worked at Amazon? Wait a minute, you guys worked at Amazon? At an Amazon warehouse?
Yes, Durham, North Carolina. I mean, we were trying to get situated when this was 2000.
That messed up, huh?
We first moved. We first moved to North Carolina. But y'all was assaulted. No, bitter truth. What I'm saying was the jokes that Jody makes with me on a daily basis. And for those who know us, who know we joke around with each other all the time, those who like really got to know us picked up on it and fed right into it. They fed into it because they would say, folks would come up to me. One of my supervisors picked up on it and had fun with it. One of my supervisors would come up to me and said, "You better hurry up and get back from the bathroom or I'm telling your wife." I'm like, oh shit. And they knew I was not well physically. I was getting sick at the time. But man, we would those who knew us would take full advantage of the opportunity. And they would just come up to me and is like, "You better be nice or I'm telling your wife." I said, "Oh yeah. And what if I don't?" And they'd start cracking up.
I didn't tell you the crazy part about that whole conversation.
What happened?
The man had the nerve to ask me, was I afraid of my heritage?
Oh, Lord.
So after severe dressing down...
Did you let him have it?
Oh, I let him have it. And I said, "You know what? You want to know why the biggest reason why I talk white? Because while you paying to watch your kids play, and I love watching the kids play.
Mm-hmm.
I love watching Little League Baseball because that's when you find one of the purest parts of the sport.
Yes.
But
yes,
I'm
indeed.
getting paid to talk white. I'm getting paid to show that I have intelligence. And I'm giving your kids the best experience because they're going to be major leaguers one day.
Mm-hmm.
And I want them to get that treatment starting now.
And Here's the funny part. I've had a couple of conversations like that. And I borrowed from comedian Michael Collier, who said, you talk your shit, I talk my shit, but at the end of the day, I get paid. Fuck you.
And I guess my issue that I have is, why is it that sounding intelligent, that wanting to speak properly so that you can be understood, is only considered a white thing? Are you saying black people can't want to speak properly so they can be understood?
Right. Absolutely right. You know, I've had my mother, my late mother would ask me, you know, have you had any black announcers on your show? So one day I recorded an interview with Paul Olden, who's the PA voice of Yankee Stadium, and was the PA voice of the Super Bowl for 14 years, and also the first voice of the radio voice of the Tampa Bay Rays. I said, Mom, I have a surprise for you. She says, what's that? And I showed her the link to the interview I did with Paul. I said, take a listen to that. You know, my mother said, who's the white guy you were interviewing? Mom, 1, that's Paul Olden. 2, he's a friend. And 3, the best part, he's not white. You want to talk about hearing a mouth drop through the ground?
My question is, what difference does it make?
It doesn't make a damn difference to me. I mean, hell, I've had Paul Olden on a couple times. I've had Robert Ford, the voice of the Astros, on a couple times. I've had a couple of broadcasters in North Carolina on my show. All black. And they sounded the same way Victor does and sounded the same way I do. Fucking intelligent.
Exactly. I mean, all of us here in this chat, we all sound intelligent.
Thank you. So what's
wrong? Doesn't change our race.
So what's wrong with a black man saying, swinging a chopper to the right side, the second baseman has to flip to second for 1, return to first, double play?
Hey, I don't know what I sound like, but I definitely know what I am and what I look like. How about that?
Thank you.
And you know what?
You sound
That's
southern
the only
and warm. And
where are you at,
and
Trisha?
Where
are you located? Huh?
Oklahoma.
What city?
Be you Cowboys or be you Sooners?
Sooners.
That answers my question.
It depends. I like Cowboys softball.
Okay, I can dig that.
For the most part,
I like Northwestern
softball. Football. Yeah.
I like Northwestern softball.
Well, football it's Sooners, but then again, when it comes to amateur wrestling, it's the Cowboys because they produce more national champions than any other program ever.
Except Iowa.
Hell, I mean, you have any idea how many of their how many alumnus they have who are national champions or All-Americans who've gone on to become successful MMA fighters from Oklahoma? I mean, take for example,
Drew has a great question. What does color have to do with speech? Not a damn thing.
It doesn't.
Because
take me for example. Take me for example. I'm an East African, which means I'm original black. Well, quasi. Well, semi-black, but that's not. And I have vitiligo. There are parts of my face that are turning white. So I always mess around with certain people by saying I'm full black but part white. Try to figure that out.
You know they won't. You know.
No, I want them to. I mean, even on Charles's Hangout, I have fun with that. I have it. I make jokes about it. Sometimes I put in. I'm like there's been a couple of times where I would change my name to something utterly ridiculous. Like I'll make it sound Greek, Latin, or I make it sound Latin. I make it Vitiligus Africanus. And they're like, "What the fuck is with the name?" And
exactly.
I'm African, you know. Vitiligus Africanus.
When I first got into online chatting, I want to say it was 1995. 1995. One of the original names I would use and no one knew who the hell it was a lineman, an offensive lineman from Northwestern University by the name of Paul Janis, number 74. I don't know why that name stuck out to me when you had Darnell Autry and Brian Musso and the rest of those guys from that Rose Bowl year, but that name stuck out to me. And someone named Paul Janis, Janus. He wore number 74 for Northwestern.
Paul Janis, okay.
Someone finally yanked me aside and said, "Who the hell is Paul Janis?" Because they recognize me. They know I'm a sports buff, or as my wife calls me, a sports nerd, which is fine by me. I'm a black nerd. I'm a nerd, and I'm a sports nerd. Damn it! And I love every one of those. I'm a blurred. I am every bit of one. But when one of my friends yanked me aside to say, "Who the hell is Paul Janis?" I fell out laughing. And I said, "You finally figured me out." And he's cracking up and he goes, "Yes, now who is Paul Janis?" So I showed him. And he said, "How'd you come up with that name?" Because the game I got it from was when Northwestern hosted Penn State and they showed the offensive line, and the name that stuck out that they highlighted was Paul Janis. I said, "Okay, cool. I can do that." Yes, it's 10:40 at night, but we have Ryan McCoffey in the place to be. What's up?
What's happening, everybody?
He's alive.
Yes, because
I didn't kill him when I used the mum rod.
I did the mum rod chant, and then you know what Cole did after that.
Well, at least it wasn't Monstar.
I'm going to figure that one out next. But see,
Monstar Limbo.
I have that clip of Ryan, just saying dead after Cole put that picture up. And I said,
with that big head, I'm. Oh, go ahead.
I said I'm dead, but I rose again, so I'm good to go.
Good. How long are you in?
Wait, hold on a second. Ryan, when you came back from the dead, did you rise up like the Undertaker, or did you rise up like Kane?
Both. I'll answer that question. Both.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Drew Willingham, it's how you articulate your words. Anyone can sound uneducated or wallow in self-pity about things they can control. Stop seeing color and start seeing potential, people. Amen to that.
Oh, yeah.
Amen to that. And then Derek chimes in. I agree with Drew. Stop hating on color because people only care when it comes to politics. That is ever so true.
Yeah, it is.
That is ever so true.
When you start treating people
which is why I don't do politics in the first place.
No, when you start treating people like a segment of a population rather than an individual, then it just changes everything. It does.
It does. Which is why I do sports, not politics.
Yep.
Because people have asked me, have you ever seen yourself as a politician? No. Well, why not? I speak the truth. I don't cater to people.
Unfortunately, those lines are starting to blur.
I tell it like it is, which is what I do on my show for 120 minutes, 5 days a week. Like I tell it like it is. What's the problem?
Well, on the last show, on the last day of the week, wait, hold on a second. Correct. Let's like correction, Snowman. Every Friday, it's not 120, it's 90 minutes because for 30 minutes you guys go completely off the...
Because Base has the last 30 minutes and sends us all into a frenzy.
That's absolutely right. Yeah. That's right.
See, every time I hear the intro, and Trish has been with us, every time I hear or see the intro starting with "Don't soil this program by putting crap on it," it's time.
Hell, play it right now.
I will play it now. For those of you that are unfamiliar, let me find it. For those of you that are unfamiliar with the intro that Cole Johnson, producer extraordinaire, put together for Chris Bass, this is for y'all.
Don't soil this program by putting crap on it. Joe Buck, I cannot take him. I just no dice. I'm glad Carlos Boozer finally took the kiwi off his face. It should be on your shoes, not your face. It's kiwi, shoe polish, for God's sake. LeBron should come clean about his age. I wish baby Jesus that I had alcohol in this container because I need some after watching Screaming A. Smith.
Baby Jesus? Really?
6 pounds, 7 ounces. Go tell 5 of your friends and 8 of your enemies that Chris Bass will be in the air.
And then we don't know what the hell he's going to say for 35 minutes.
Like, yeah,
we don't. And Ryan, you're going to be with us for that tomorrow, aren't you? Are you not?
I'm planning on it. Yeah.
So
this is going to be painful.
So we're going to be 5 deep instead of 4 deep. See, this is how we honor black men.
Wait a minute.
This is how I'm going to honor a black man that has been so instrumental. Y'all know what happens on Wednesdays.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
And then Cole put it together on his show, Cole Sports on the Daily.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, can you fashion an intro like that for my show? And he said, oh, you want to bring the confessions to your show? Yes, with your permission. And then this happened.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
That's when you know on Wednesdays that it's on. Because I've seen people in on Wednesday when that intro is playing, they're going, oh boy, here we go.
Oh, I've already coined the phrase Chicken Wing Wednesday because of this.
Because of that.
Simply because of that. Yes.
A Pizzle in the house with us. Good evening, my friend.
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on, A Pizzle?
How's it going?
How you doing?
We're celebrating Cole Johnson's work for the morning show and for his show. That's just the start of it. Here's the ending.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of the Bronzexual Confessions.
Have y'all noticed that the heartbeat slows down at the ending?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's like a slow, painful death.
Thank you. It's a slow, very painful death. It's like
it's more like when you start up, you're full of energy, and you just want to let everything go, and you vent, and finally the heart rate slows down because you've gotten all that anger out, and you're like, I'm good now. I can get through the rest of the week.
Then Cole Johnson, like I said, producer extraordinaire, came up with the best bumper ever. Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Y'all know what's coming. Trish,
I know.
Trish, this one's for you.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
I take partial
time.
credit for inspiration for that, by the way. I'm taking partial credit for that.
I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused about something. I got to ask this question.
Yes.
First of all, are those actually sea lions or those anorexic walruses who just got the test?
I don't know. All I know is
Those are sea lions.
I had Cole speak the chant on my show. He did the cheer on my show, and I recorded it, and I sent it to him, and I said, "Can you do something with this?" And you know when you ask a friend a question to help you with something, and you can just see in your mind that wicked smile on their face and their gears turning at 100.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as I said, this happened.
Cause we take this job so serious.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
It's not the fact that he said what in the blue hell, which is what I say often.
All types of blue hell.
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 Well, think of it this way. Think of how this whole thing comes to. Think about how this whole thing comes together. You have, because we take this job so seriously, and the next thing you see is a seal just saying "brawn, brawn, 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 brawn," and then you got Bass, who's like the principal of this class of clowns. Just walk in and say, "What in the all types of blue hell?" I mean,
My thoughts exactly.
Wait a minute. Derek asked a great question. Is there any structure in this episode? There was. Then I opened the panel and we decided to go off the rails.
And here we are.
Absolutely. Charles, I see Charles in the chat. Charles, that's for you. Come on up. But some of the thing, listen, this is how McCarthy got his pseudonym. I had pulled an all-nighter one night. I tried to sleep, didn't work. Wife had to go to work, so I made sure she got situated. And I meant to say Ryan McCarthy, and I was craving coffee that morning. I didn't get a chance to go get any. And then all of a sudden, I said Ryan McCoffee, and it stuck.
Caffeine on the brain.
It stuck.
Yep.
And to the point where Ryan has made the joke with me, and he'll continue to put some respect on my pseudonym, Ryan McCoffee.
Coffee.
It stuck so well. And of course, Cole went to work with his production skills, which I made Cole the executive producer for many a good reason. This is one of them. Because
not gonna lie, not gonna lie, I've been steering clear of coffee for the most part.
Same.
But I do tend to cheat on a Monday specifically because of Ryan.
Well, hell. See, McCoffee has this 30-ounce cup. McCoffee has this 30-ounce cup. And I asked him about it one morning, and I said, how much does that hold? And not even blinking, he just looks calmly, and he goes, about 30 ounces.
Damn.
What the hell?
Drinks all that?
I mean, look, Pizzle, you had the great reaction. Damn.
Damn. That's a lot of coffee.
I mean, look, for health.
Is it just coffee?
Listen, for health.
Is it just coffee?
I drink it. Yeah, it's just coffee. I drink it black.
You sure it's not Irish coffee?
I made that mistake with Irish coffee.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
You don't have
Good
to.
answer.
I'll have to bring that up with the committee.
And then
you can always plead the Fifth Amendment, Ryan. Plead the Fifth. Plead the Fifth.
There's another
I'll incriminate myself in a court of law of any wrongdoing.
There's another intro that Cole put together, and he just sent it to me today with a couple of my favorite lines. This one's for Chris Dietz.
Passionate.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Unflinching.
Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Unrelenting.
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
Totally.
This one has a chance.
Dietz.
That's not just a murmur, that's a full-blown fibrillation.
See, he took
looks like the intro to my new Netflix special.
Wow.
He took two of my favorite parts of an intro to a Northwestern game. Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Parking was easier.
And then,
Wow.
and then then at the end, I love the way Cole put it together, because at the end you hear the late great Keith Jackson go, as you look at you hear him go, that's not just a murmur, that's a full-blown fibrillation.
That's awesome.
See, you wonder why I appointed him my EP.
He's just an evil genius. That's all we can say about him.
You know, when
Absolutely
we speak an
legendary.
idea on the when we speak an idea on the program, you can just see the gears in Cole's head flying. They're not
wheels are
even
turning.
turning. They're flying. We got this for on the hot seats. And then we've dealt with conversations about Kyrie Irving and Tom Brady. This is an Irvingologist.
Irvingologist.
Oh my God.
An Irvingologist, y'all.
He's high as shit.
We're giving you some great.
That's not a he. That's not a he.
Wait, hold on.
Looks like one of Charles' ex-girlfriends trying a cigar for the first time. I'm like, oof.
Oh, damn.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Damn.
Oh, sorry. A friend of ours. He's a cigar aficionado. So,
I mean, damn.
Yeah.
But the
there's
best
the first thing that came to mind. Sorry.
the best one. Let me find it. The best one. And the first time that Cole showed me this, well, actually he did live on his program, Cole Sports on the Daily. The first time he showed me this.
Ah.
Of a broad sexual.
That
You know
man
he was mad.
was so confused.
The first time he played that on his show, I fell out of my chair and into bed crying from laughter.
He wasn't confused. He wasn't confused. He was flustered. He just wanted to say something.
No,
but
he
he's
was
like,
He was
confused.
beyond flustered.
He had that look of like, what you mean the sky ain't green? The king said it was.
Okay.
Yo, Kang.
Wait a minute. Bitter truth. Best question of
good
the night.
answer.
Oh no.
The fuck is a bronsexual?
Turn back now. You don't want to go down
man.
rabbit hole.
No.
If you send me down, if you send me down this rabbit hole, you know what? Then we get
Hold
this
on. Let's get.
from Derek.
Yo,
You know
Kang.
You know what? I gotta do it. Here's one of the greatest bumpers ever. One more time.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
First you had the seal, and then you had bass at the end of it. What in the all types of blue hell? I've never heard. Well, I take that back. I've heard bass get flustered a lot. But for it to be vocalized like that.
Phenomenal.
For it to be verbalized like that.
Phenomenal.
It is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. See, and Drew Willingham with us. He'll defend me. No, he won't. He's not going to defend you. I sure as hell won't defend you because I've seen greatness and LeBron ain't it. When you're spoiled by Michael Jeffrey Jordan,
the true GOAT.
Say that again, Pizzle.
The true GOAT.
Thank you.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Hey Brian, when you see that graphic of the conversation with a bronsexual, he's really like, "What the fuck you mean my king sucks?"
I borrow from Richard Pryor. What the fuck you mean you ain't got no more tickets? and the line and the sequence he got that the sequence I got that Richard Pryor was talking about how black people and white people get tickets for a concert.
Yeah.
See, white people get their tickets early, 6-7 months in advance. Niggas wait till 2 minutes before showtime and then show up to argue. What the fuck you mean you ain't got no more tickets? I'm dressed. Exactly. Now, Pizzle, this one's for you. I'm going to fast forward here, but...
Good evening.
Joint with the cameraman can't find where he's supposed to be.
6-7 forward from Central Arkansas.
Well, when the lights go on.
Them goggles.
Yes. Every part of that.
The man in the middle from San Francisco, 7-1, Bill Cagra. On 6-2 guard from Iowa, DJ Armstrong.
Next 3 words. One more time for you.
6-2 guard from Iowa, DJ Armstrong. From North Carolina, head guard 6'6", Michael Jordan.
And nobody's more hyped up than Benny the Bull.
All you had to hear from North Carolina and
that must be Aunt Tricia right there. How you doing?
That's the lovely Aunt Tricia.
Good. How did I end up on the screen like that?
You turned on your camera, my dear.
I had to take down the
my camera been on, but I wasn't on this screen.
Well, you are now.
Okay.
Well, you are now. You know what? Let's have some fun with it because well, I gotta turn the light on here. Lights. We're having all kinds of technical difficulties, so bear with us, folks.
Roll with it. Roll with the punches, baby. Roll with the punches,
baby. That's what we do. And I got to do this again. Hey, Pizzle, you know after PJ gets introduced, you know the next 3 words. Whenever you hear from North Carolina, it's over.
Now, Brian, was this 92 or 93?
93.
This is 93. Okay. Because I know Paxson took Paxson was there before.
Pax started at point guard, and then BJ took over in 92, 93.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Turn this off, and I'm going to put this back up here. But
you know what I would love to see?
all you had to hear was from North Carolina, and you didn't hear anything else.
Nothing.
Just to get the bronze sexuals mad at me, I just want to say this.
Hit him.
Go ahead. Go.
Hit him.
You know what I want? Here's what I want to be stated when the season starts, when the NBA season starts. When the Lakers when the Lakers have a home game and they're announcing the starting lineup. What I want for LeBron is to experience the same shit that Daffy Duck experienced in the original Space Jam.
Space Jam.
At 5'2", at power forward, a crackster of the ducks, the crackster of the court. Daffy Duck. Thank you. Spotlight just stopped him.
Silence.
Very funny. I just laugh at the duck.
The best, it didn't matter if it was Chicago Stadium or the United Center. All you had to hear Ray Clay say was from North Carolina, and you didn't hear a goddamn thing else.
I almost had Brian kill me one time because I took one joke too far.
What did you remind me? Remind me what happened.
This was right after that the new Space Jam had got announced, and you know who was going to be there.
Yeah,
I said, another turn of events. They decided they're going to remake the song Jam. Only this time the vocals will be led by Justin Bieber, and he'll be teamed up with LeBron James.
Oh God!
Brian said, "I'm about to get in this car, go to Chicago, just to whoop your ass."
Wait. What?
When Victor,
you mean they just took a dumb? Hold on, Victor. Let me see if I understand this right. You're trying to tell me they were going to do a remake of Michael Jackson's Jam featuring Heavy D?
I said that. They weren't really going to do that.
They weren't really going to do it, but Victor decided to piss me off one morning.
That would have been a massive riot.
That would have been.
Who are they going to have to replace Chris Cross in the video then?
Who cares?
Probably One Direction.
Oh, Lord. Oh, dear God.
Oh, no.
But see, Pizzle knows. All you had to do was, you see, Victor told me that, and I said, I'm driving to Chicago just to whoop your ass.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he goes, and Victor, I love you dearly. Victor goes, what did I do? What the fuck you mean? What did you do? You know what the fuck you did?
Don't get passive aggressive now.
I was laughing.
Say what he said.
I was laughing.
No,
but
I
said, if they remade that, I know for a fact I'm coming to kick your ass.
Yeah, I was a little nervous because I heard there's some inklings about Michael Jackson song that was going to be a remade, and I'm like, oh God, please not Jam, please not Jam.
Wait a minute. When Victor and I were living together in Gary, what did you have on your laptop? It was what'd you have on your laptop? It was NHL 94.
Oh yeah,
NHL 94. AB Media in the house. What's up?
Hey,
greetings, Indiana.
Yep, out of Indianapolis, Indiana. It was NHL 94. I'm trying to sleep because I had just come off of a road trip. I went to, where did I go? I went to Hoffman Estates because I had to do a Chicago State game in Hoffman Estates. I was tired. I was beat up. And then just as I'm falling asleep, I hear Victor playing NHL 94, and there was a sound in that game.
It was the goal siren.
It was the goal siren. And of course, my favorite.
Oh no.
Oh no. It was. Wait a minute. Let me find it. I gotta find it because I hear this sound. And I'm like, wait a minute. What? I said, what the hell was that? I'm trying to. No, that's not that. That's not it.
No,
What was that?
way
That's
higher.
not it.
Way higher.
Because that wasn't it.
Mine, that's the Sega Genesis. The Sega Genesis had different vocal tones or different sound tones.
Yeah. I think I found it.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
Wow. Sound right there. I was asleep. I promise I was asleep. And I heard
in the all types of blue hell.
Yes.
What was that?
Matt, my actual question to Victor was, what in the actual fuck is that? And Victor looks at me so innocently. What's up, baby? He looks at me so innocently and he goes, playing a hockey game? Well, knock that shit off. I'm trying to sleep.
But here's
Did
the
you use
thing.
the TV or something?
No,
it was on the computer. Now, mind you, I had my headphones in, and I put the volume to like midway.
Yes, he did.
So I'm like, there's no way he can hear it now. And I closed the door.
Somehow.
Wow. So I closed the door, got the headphones in, put the volume halfway, and I usually play season mode where the Blackhawks go in there and, play against the St. Louis Blues. Somehow that's always a Stanley Cup final with me. It's the Blackhawks versus the Blues. And I hit my third goal of the game. And Brian just bursts through the door and just starts hitting me.
I said, I didn't even say what the fuck the second time.
No.
Because Victor was in the process of kicking the Blues' ass in that game.
Yeah.
And I hear, once again, and I went in that office and unloaded. I said, I'll teach you to play that fucking game. And I just kept hitting them and making that sound. It's like a black kid getting his ass kicked by his dad. Every word that comes out, every syllable that comes out, you were getting hit. But Victor calmed me down and he said, I'll show you. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to sleep. God damn it. But he showed me. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. We love you, buddy.
Bye, Ryan.
Love you, Ryan. Take it easy, man.
But he showed
Take it
me
easy on the coffee.
He showed me the game that he was playing, and I said, "Don't play that shit anymore, especially when I'm trying to sleep." And then Victor counters with, "I'm trying to fall asleep too." Bullshit. Because if you were falling asleep, you wouldn't be playing that thing.
Well, at least he wasn't playing Duke Nukem or Doom.
Shut
up.
up.
That would have been a good thing.
Or
Like
Mortal
Gears of War.
Kombat.
Gears of War.
Or Mortal Kombat.
No, this is like, what? Wait a minute, what year was this?
2009.
Yeah.
It was 2009.
On a PC, so yeah.
On a computer.
On computer.
On a computer. It's like,
at least it wasn't way compared to something.
Like what the hell? I'm like, what the hell? And then one night I went on the road. One weekend I went on the road. Matter of fact, it was the weekend I had to go to It was the day I had to go to Northern Iowa. It It was the day. It was a year earlier. I had to go to Northern Iowa. A year later, rather, I had to go back to Northern Iowa. I was beat. I had just dropped off Corey, and it happened again. Actually, it wasn't Northern Iowa. It was Illinois. It was University of Illinois, and it happened again.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
My God damn it. I crashed in that door, and Victor put his hands up and said, "Wait!" I'm like, what? I will turn the volume. I will turn the volume all the way down so you don't hear it. You don't, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking throat. And Victor knows how I am when I'm bushed. Well, he's the same way. And I have to sleep, especially if I have to drive to my assignments. It happened again that morning. I'm just glad I got up and was able to get a shower that morning before I heard the infamous I kicked down the door, and Victor had this look of, oh shit.
Yep.
And I said, Victor, you're lucky I'm awake.
I'm gonna say, but you're up already. I've committed no laws. I've committed no crimes yet.
I needed that because after I don't, Snowman, I don't drink, but I feel like I need a drink. I just watched the 3rd episode of She-Hulk.
What the fuck did you do that for?
Why? Why?
I don't know.
Why did you torture yourself that
Wait a
way?
minute. AB, you get enough
my gosh.
AB, you're like me. You get enough torture from needles.
Right.
I'll ask a
Oh
question.
my gosh.
Listen, I'll ask a question I ask on the morning show often. What in the Vita Blue, yellow-bellied, red-blooded hell were you thinking?
What the vaping grinder, man?
What in the vaping grinder were you thinking?
Oh man. I just did for my
Whoa. Wait. You tore episode 3? You 3 deep now?
How many episodes are there?
Just 3, and that's enough.
3 so far.
3's
I'm so
actually
happy I have a red apple.
3 takes the cake though, because they managed to somehow incorporate Megan the Dude Horse.
We had a discussion about that on Charles's.
I still can't get that picture out of my head at the end.
They incorporated what?
They did. They incorporated Megan the Dude Horse, Megan the Stallion.
The Dude
I
Horse.
don't even want to know. Don't even want to know what that means.
They found a
You
way
mean
to
to tell me they incorporated Megan the Stallion, or as you say best, Megan the Dude Horse.
The Dude Horse. I gotta use that one.
Megan the Dude Horse.
Into that?
Yes.
Well, she can't call herself a Philly or a mayor.
Listen, I know you live in Indianapolis. I know Indianapolis has the Colts. It's my wife's favorite team, and it's a team I support. But what the fuck are you trying to tell me? Never mind.
I guess Disney supports there's some whores in this house.
There's some hoes in this house.
I haven't heard in years. I haven't heard that in years.
No.
Here's another term.
Years, man.
Here's another term.
But look, and Trish in the back, not the Dude Horse. Yes, the dude.
That's what I call the Dude Horse.
Wait a minute. I wish we were making this up. We ain't making this up.
No.
See, you know what? I got a question. AB, since you refer to her as the Dude Horse, you don't suppose she spent time on a dude ranch, has she?
That's a good question.
That question, please.
I don't know.
Don't answer that.
A dude ranch.
Wait a minute. Don't answer that question.
Oh my
I do know she been charged with domestic violence.
With a 5'2" midget.
I guess.
What the hell is a 5'2" midget trying to mess with her 5'9" ass? Yeah, she's 5'9", and the guy she was involved with was 5'2".
Wait a minute. What
is happening?
See,
what's
Trish,
going on right now?
You're getting Trish. You're getting content from us for a lifetime. Okay.
What a Trish said. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat.
What was that gesture? Just a little bit. You're getting.
But Brian, you see what we're doing though?
Having fun.
We're getting through stuff with laughter.
Yeah.
No matter how bad things go down, no matter how hard the punches are, we can get through it with talking and laughter.
And Trish,
we turn the punches into punchlines.
Trish has the best line of the night, catching all the tea. Catching all the. Trish, you're gonna need about 44 ounces of tea after we're done here tonight. Okay. And that's not the big. And anyone familiar with Speedway, that's not the biggest cup in the house.
Yeah, that's true.
Anybody familiar with Speedway knows their biggest cup is 52 inches. So I'm giving 44 right now. We may work our way up to 52 ounces when we're done here.
There's also the 64 from 7-Eleven, the 64 double gulp.
Oh, I've had one of those.
Oh yeah,
I lived on one of those.
I wasn't joking.
I had a 64-ounce cup from Speedway once. Actually, it wasn't from Speedway. It was, I can't remember the name of the gas station. It's in Michigan City, but I had a 64-ounce cup. And I had to do a game in Maryville at Demery Stadium. And I'm waiting for water. They had none.
Oh, you have any water?
Listen to me carefully, gentlemen. They had none.
Uh-oh.
How do you not have water?
Got through a 2.5-hour broadcast with Pepsi.
Oh boy.
Oh no, not sludge.
And that was the first night I rode to Terre Haute with Jody. That was the first weekend I spent in Terre Haute with Jody. And that became a ride and that was the perfect song. I don't know how I got through that game. Especially Michigan City won it going away, like 42-21.
Ouch.
And you crashed, didn't you?
I got driven back to the hotel. I packed for the weekend, and Jody said, "You're gonna drive us back to Terre Haute." And I said, "I need a boost." So she got me, some Reese's cups. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna add some sugar. I'll be fine. I didn't make it a mile.
Oh.
Because I crashed. My body just we pulled over on a dark road, and Jody looked at me and was like, "Switch."
Yeah.
And she had to, and let's not forget, folks, this man is 5 foot. This man is 6'5". His better half is 5'3". So she had to adjust the seat like a motherfucker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you 6'5", really? Okay.
6'5"?
Yes, I am 6'5". And at the time,
and the wife is 5'3".
Yes. And at the time, we were both driving a, ready for this one, Mitsubishi Mirage.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
And I was 100 plus pounds heavier than I am now. So I
gotta see this.
Every part.
I gotta see this car.
Wait a minute. So every part of my stomach and my knees were in my chest.
Yep.
I tried. I said the first time she picked me up, I said, "Baby, how am I going to get in that thing?" Jody's response was perfect.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take out the back seat.
Jody said to me, "We're going to have to origami you in this thing."
Okay.
So Police Academy trick didn't work.
Bubba Smith had it rough.
Bubba Smith trick didn't even work.
Damn. No. Is that bad, huh?
Bubba Smith trick did. I am 6'5" and I wear a size 15. Does that answer your question?
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
I'm 6'3". I wear a size 9, so yeah.
So, like I told Trish, we're giving her tea and content for a lifetime. All right, but she and I switched places, and I passed out. The next thing I knew, we were in Terre Haute, pulling into her apartment.
Mm.
And this is after I had, hell, I don't know how many Pepsis I had. I just know I had to get through a 2.5-hour broadcast. Because if I didn't have something to wet my throat, I was in trouble.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I was in deep trouble. And I'm doing an audio play-by-play call. Not a video one where I could rest. I'm doing an audio call.
Non-stop.
I'm doing a radio call. And I'm flying solo.
Mm.
I don't have a color commentator with me. I'm flying solo, doing a radio call, and nothing but Pepsi in that booth in Maryville.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Oh, wait. I think I know. No. Somebody else could say it better. Bishop Bullwinkle, could you please explain? Could you please express our views, please, if possible?
Oh my.
You know what? I need the bishop right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need.
We need the bishop.
We need the bishop.
What you just said right now.
Hey, Bishop, was I ever comfortable in that Mitsubishi Mirage? And was Jody ever comfortable? Woo!
Hell no. To the no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no. Listen.
That should answer that.
There we go.
Thank you.
That should answer that.
The music.
Izzo, you've heard that on the show quite a few times.
I love it. And then when Cole goes, fair use.
Yes. And we start making up lines for the song.
Oh, so good.
We start making up lines for the song.
Brian, today when I was looking on YouTube, perusing YouTube, I guess.
Perusing YouTube.
Oh no.
God.
Perusing YouTube.
Just a minute. I gotta find something for Victor. You mean to tell me? God damn it, where is it? You mean to tell me you were doing this?
Oh, there it is.
I was. And I was watching First Things First because
what the fuck for?
Why?
I'm a sucker for punishment, apparently.
You what?
I'm a sucker for punishment, apparently.
Apparently you were, because you sent that shit to me.
Wait, hold on a second. What is First Things First?
Don't ask. Don't
Yeah,
ask.
no.
It's
You know what? As far as I'm concerned, the only time I want to hear somebody say first things first is if they're quoting ODB from the Protect Your Neck song.
There it is.
I'll put it this way. All you need to know is that it has Nick wrong on it. And he's being wrong again.
Fair enough.
And Nick Wrong said something so egregious.
Oh no.
That I just yelled, "Stop the cap."
Oh God.
Wait.
I'm in the house by myself.
What did he say?
He was talking about toughest opponents when it comes to NBA Finals.
Paul, D says, hold the phone. Penalty flag on the field. I'll do it for you. Stop the cap.
Thank you.
I didn't even just whisper. I screamed it. I'm in the house by myself because my brother went to work and I'm working from home for the next couple weeks. I screamed out, "Stop the cap." Please.
Wait a minute. I'm going to have to play this audibly. As I search for this, I know something we need to say to the folks at First Things First and at Fox Sports and Colin Coward and all those people.
Colin Coward, Shannon Sharp, who I'm starting to slowly rescind my respect I had for him originally. Because I said before, I respect him for what he did on that football field because he was an amazing receiver.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Respect him for that. Anything else? No. And sometimes you just got to say this to him.
I'm asking you a goddamn thing.
There it is.
In case you didn't hear, here it is again.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Oh God, Trish is taking a big gulp on that one now.
Oh dear.
Excuse me, Snowman.
That's what you got to say to some people.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
That reminds me.
You were saying
yes.
That reminds me. As a little treat for myself for turning 40, I had a Royale with cheese a while ago.
Nice.
It was a vegan one though. It was a veggie one. So yeah.
Hey,
I think it was cool.
guys. Tomorrow we get to join our favorite fraternity.
Me by me.
Me for me. Me for me. Me for me. Me for me.
Me for me. Oh my God!
Don't forget the fitted baby. No, go ahead.
Yeah, doesn't your man Chris Bass come on tomorrow?
Yes,
exactly.
That's like I said. We get to join our favorite fraternity tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Me for me.
For me.
So yeah, I had to do something, Snowman. After seeing the twerk, okay, let me shut up. After seeing She-Hulk,
shut up.
Hold on, She-Hulk and Megan Thee Stallion twerking at the same time. Oh gosh. Oh, I can't get that.
Wait a minute! I thought I was the one that was supposed to mess up phrases.
Well,
see,
I can say this.
She-Hulk and Megan the Dude Horse. Excuse me.
We're talking a horse and twerking in the same sentence, and that just doesn't belong together. What the fuck's going on here?
How?
I don't know.
What in the red hell was? What in the all types of red hell was that?
It's not even blue. It's red this time.
I mean, first it's. I echo the words of my buddy Victor Locke. We get through by laughing, and some of the shit that you see in the 21st century, you do nothing but laugh.
Yeah.
AB, look at on the bright side. Although I might be speaking a little too soon.
Oh no.
Although I might speak too soon, but you know what? It's like Bugs Bunny said. I'll do it, but I'm gonna hate myself in the morning.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, I'm gonna hit my look on the bright side. At least you didn't have Cardi B or Cardi Bonehead on that episode.
Don't you give him no ideas.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I will scream. Don't do it.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Enough. She let the abomination out of jail.
Oh God.
Ryan, you know tomorrow we may have to do the chant again.
Oh fuck.
No, you know what? We're gonna have Brian here halfway through the show to break out the piece of paper and say, "I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not cuss." Can we get him a blackboard? Can we get Cole to do like
the Simpsons blackboard
production? Yeah, the Simpsons blackboard.
There it is.
The Simpsons chalkboard, like this.
As I've said before, I'll do it, but I'll probably hate myself in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite one was like when.
Okay, y'all ready?
Okay.
Let's wait for Trish to come back. Okay, Trish. On your mark, get set, go.
Oh Lord. And for those,
I'm gonna hate myself before you do it.
I'm
gonna, as Bugs Bunny said in a couple of cartoons.
Yes,
I'll do it, but I'm gonna hate myself in the morning. Ancient spirits of evil, transform this decayed body into Uncle Lordy, the ever living.
Oh my God.
No, Ryan's dead.
Somebody call
We just
911.
killed Ryan on his Carolina vacation.
R.I.P.
The look on Trish's face
says it all.
The look on
Here's my
Tristan's
question.
face said it all.
I've never thought I'd see a person with the name Lightfoot be that heavy-handed or try to be heavy-handed.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, you know, she said she had the biggest dick in the room. I believe her.
Oh, man.
God damn you, AB.
AB. I gotta pull you aside for that one because
no,
you have any idea how many women I know I've had to explain to them that they can never be cocky.
Oh well.
Oh Lord.
Oh, here we go.
It's unfiltered, so let me go. Let me run with it.
Now, y'all know I'm going to hear this for 120 minutes tomorrow. Or I'm going to see it in the chat for 120 minutes tomorrow.
At least.
And I have this distinct feeling. Cole's going to find a way to... God damn it, because if I speak it, it's going to happen.
You're going to put it in Cole's ear, and he's going to run away with it. You know that.
If I speak it, it's going to happen.
Oh, no.
I don't want it
Look
to
at
happen.
it this way. Look at it this way. No, wait. Hear me out. To use a Houston Oilers analogy.
Oh gosh.
Anytime you speak certain things, it's like Warren Moon giving the handoff to Lorenzo Wright.
Oh,
wow.
Damn.
Warren Moon.
And Lorenzo White, sorry. You didn't think I remember those names.
Oh boy. I just fuck, why am I doing this again?
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna hate myself before you do it. I'm gonna as Bugs Bunny said in a couple of cartoons, I'll do it, but I'm gonna hate myself in the morning.
So that Cole's already laughing.
Spirits of evil transform this decayed body into Uncle Lordy, the ever living.
Dead.
Oh,
what about Ryan's dead?
We just killed Ryan on his Carolina vacation.
Oh, Ryan.
And on that note, I better get out of here.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for coming on tonight. Very much appreciated.
Anytime.
I love you all. This is gonna be
love you too, man.
This is gonna be a nightly habit. I just know this is gonna be a nightly habit now. I just feel it. This is
Brian.
Yes.
Just to go completely left, like what I said earlier about how some people say they don't want to say they have a hard time saying I love you, but just to mess with everybody. But I love you, man. No homo.
Sure. Oh. Get out of here. I love you guys.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I love you, man.
Thanks for coming on tonight.
Good night.
Tomorrow in the morning.
Thank you for tuning in to Snowman Unfiltered, where anything goes.